just a quick video to go through installing the software that came with the Genmitsu 4040 Pro CNC machine on this USB stick. Okay, I'm going to start by plugging in the USB stick into the computer. Opens up automatically. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the driver. Double click on that folder, click on the folder file, click yes, and install. For anyone who doesn't know, a driver is just a little piece of software telling your computer how to interact with a piece of hardware. Everything that you connect to a computer needs a driver. These days Windows ships with a bunch of drivers for common things that you connect to a computer, like a mouse or a keyboard or a printer. So these days you don't usually have to install a driver. Windows will just use an appropriate one. But something obscure like a CNC router, you know, the manufacturers supply a driver so that your computer knows how to interact with the hardware. So that's that done. I go up a level. Next is you've got two options here. There's UGS and there's Candle. Both are programs, software programs that will take the G code that you create and allow it to be sent to your CNC router. So the G code is what tells your router what to do. It has the coordinates on it, you know, the X, the Y, the Z, the speed, and so on. And that G code is created in some CAD software. I'll put links to the most popular versions of that software below. Personally, I'm going down the Carveco Maker route because I got a 3-month free trial that came with the Genmitsu 4040 Pro. I'm also going down the UGS platform route, so I'll double click on that. Double click on Windows because I'm using Windows, and it's a zip file, so I need to extract it. I will extract it to my desktop. Show when completed and extract. Shouldn't take too long, but if it does, I'll just speed this bit up. Okay, so it's extracted. So if I double click on this folder, opens up. I want to go to the bin folder, and it's this file here I need. It's the UGS platform 64.exe. Double click on that. Opens up the UGS software. As you can see here, we are not connected to the CNC router. So the next thing we need to do is connect up. I'll click on this little connect button here. Okay. Port. So press refresh. It'll auto recognise the port that I'm connected to, hopefully this time, and we're connected. So something you notice down here is your step size. To be honest with you, this isn't going to be an in-depth video on how to use this. There's plenty of videos online. I just wanted to show you that when you connect it, you know, this is what you see. So there you go. Jog controller. First thing you might want to do is you might want to home your machine. So there's a button up there called home. I'm just going to turn my camera on so I can see this. Take video. Shot. So what happens when I press home? So as you can see, the CNC's moved to its home position. That's set by the manufacturers. This is the machine's home position. Down here you can see step size XY. If we change that, say 200, we can make the machine go a little bit faster, getting where it's going to be. So I've changed that to 200. If I click this button now, you'll see that the machine will go a bit quicker. So that's just moved it 200mm on the x-axis and 200mm on the y-axis at the same time. Obviously at twice the speed it did before. As you can see on the bed of the machine here, I've got some cutouts. I've just been running some test pieces. The first job I did was actually this one here, little Batman symbol I did for my son. Wasn't very impressed, to be honest with you. This took 1 hour and 40 minutes, which I wasn't really impressed with, to be honest with you. So what I've done here with these test pieces is I've tried to see if I could speed things up. So with the first one here, I ran at the same settings that I used on the Batman symbol, and this piece here took 18 minutes to carve out. So I changed the feed rate. This one here took 13 minutes. The next one I changed the speed up again, got it down to 11 minutes. This one I changed the speed up again, got it down to 10 minutes. This one here I changed the overlap. So from rather than the standard 1.905 millimeters overlap, I turned it up to 2. That again was 11 minutes, so that was not a significant difference between that and that. So pointless doing that really. This one, however, I changed the overlap from 1 millimeter, 1.905 to 2 millimeters, and I also changed the depth of the steps from 0.75 to 1 millimeter. Now this took 8 minutes to do. So this here took 18 minutes. This took 8 minutes. So quite a significant difference. There's no significant quality difference. So for me, you know, if I was to do the Batman job again, I would use these settings and it would come out significantly quicker. I'd be looking at more like 40 minutes than 1 hour and 40 minutes. So have a mess around, you know, play with these settings, and yeah, can speed things up significantly. So to get a job going in UGS, assuming that you've already got some G-code somewhere, you would move the spindle to the starting position of your workpiece using your jog controls. So I'm just going to move this to the bottom right corner of my piece. Apologies, I can't walk and talk at the same time. I'll change this to 50mm. Change it to 20mm. Really, you need to home in on where you're trying to get to. So as you can see, I'm changing the steps so I can home in on the starting position easily. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Machine, Actions and Reset 0. So this is basically telling the machine that this is where I want to set as 0. So when the job's finished or when the job starts, this position on the job will be 0. So that's where we're at. Next thing I want to do is use the probe to tell the machine where it is in the Z position. So to do that, I want to move my spindle. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'm going to go to the window control, down to plugins, and add the probe module here, and it's the Z probe that I'm using. I know that my probe is 12mm thick. I want to set that to minus 20mm. So I've got my probe here. Put it on the bed of the machine underneath the bit. Hook up the crocodile clip, make sure it's a connection, and click on Initiate Probe. You see the bit came down to the probe, touched the probe, so now the machine knows where it is in space, so to speak. Now if I go back to the UGS, and I go back to go back to return to 0. I'm going to load in I'm going to open a job, desktop, new folder, somewhere in here. Let's have that one. Open. doesn't look like it's loaded. Oh yeah, there we go, it's loaded. I'm just going to open a different one just because I think okay. Next thing I do is I click start and off it goes. So there we are, we've got another square on the board there and the machine's returned to 0. So if I just jog it out of the way, split that 300. What I should have mentioned was I've got a sacrificial board on the bed of the machine here. It's just a piece of 3mm plywood which is secured down with double-sided tape, and my workpiece here is a piece of 9mm MDF, just an offcut, and that is also secured with two-sided tape to the bed of the machine, no clamps. Okay, that piece there took 7 minutes 37. So yeah, quite happy with that, but still not as quick as this one, I think. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's about 30 seconds faster than this one. So not significant, but obviously on a bigger piece, all mounts up. Okay, so what I didn't tell you before, which is significant, because I've set this at a depth, the cut at a depth of 5mm. Before, these cuts here were stepping down in increments of 0.75mm. They were doing 7 passes. Okay, because this is set at a depth, an incremental depth of 1mm. Obviously, this has only done 5 passes. Hence the time saving, you know, so something just to think about there. Okay, thanks for watching. Any feedback or questions, stick them in the comments section. I've put links to the CAD software down below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks a lot, see you next time.